as you do. EA Sports in the game. Rookie. But yeah, so I was talking about this game a bit on my stream last night, but I'm guessing with all the buffering that was going on, I'm guessing most of that became just nonsense because you guys are so far behind that when I turned off the stream, I was like, I bet no one has seen the last quarter of this game at this point. Um, but man, the announcing in this game is all like identical to. I want to play against a real team this time. It's like identical to the last version. It's the same lines that I heard over and over in the last Madden game. They're still happening in this one. Nonsense. Look, I turned down the difficulty. Is this overkill to be the Madden team? I need someone that's like got a good... Like, I don't do much running because I'm scared of it. I want to be the Broncos. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Welcome to the game. It should be a great game. Over to you, Pat and John.
Thanks, JB. Well, John, looks like we're all set.
Yep, both of these teams look ready to go.
Let's go down to the field.
Dude, John sounds bored. It's just the low quality audio, I'm sure, but he sounds like a bored man. I mean, statistically, they seem like they're all right. But you know what? I honestly don't remember jack shit about what football was at this time. All right, what are my odds here? Am I gonna win first try? I really hope I do. Like Madden.
Number 22.
It's been fun, but I've had enough Madden at this point in my life. I'm probably gonna feel the same way about Blitz when I start playing Blitz. Oh, dude, this team doesn't have licensed players either? What's happening? It's the Michael Jordan effect.
First and 10.
Where all these players just didn't want to license their rights. I abstain. I noticed that my webcam today is a lot darker. I don't think I changed any settings. I must have. I think it's just first hardware.
Second and 4. Ball on the 26-yard line.
But I think every time like that it does this, because I've seen the cam do this before, where it's darker. Obviously the lighting is worse, but the reaction time and like what it picks up, the frame rate's way higher when it does this. I think it's just like a white balancing thing.
3 wide.
Dude, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, Doc, because this it reads like nonsense. How you doing, Doc? Also, hello, Taco. What? I didn't. Oh my God, that was just good of me. Handed the flag. Look, that's my bad.
The secondary just got burned.
First and 10. Ball on the 7.
I'm not gonna win this game, am I? I can do it. 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 I believe.
He got stopped in his tracks.
Yeah, and that's
No
what happens when you
game.
talk about a disciplined defense. They stay at home and wait for the runner to come to them.
Ball on the 17-yard.
You know, there was a while that I was pretty into the NFL. I think that time has passed for me now. Like, I'm so uninterested at this point. As someone who lives in the great state of Wisconsin and having to listen to all of the drama this year around our quarterback situation, I could not care less about the football season. It's too much, and I don't even want to be a part of it anymore, regardless of what happens. It's just all drama all the time. I also enjoy Blitz, but I think I like Blitz less after having to play all these versions of Blitz. Like, I think there's vanilla NFL Blitz on 64 I had a pretty good time with. But now that I'm on the 4th iteration of it, I'm kind of sick of it. Because I feel like they get worse every version on the N64. Like, the frame rates get worse because they try to add more features. This one's going to be, like, I have to play NFL Blitz Special Edition, which is really just identical to the last NFL Blitz that I played. But I think they updated the roster because it was a rental exclusive. But, like, what's the point? It's the same game. What am I doing? Maybe it'll be great. I don't know. I had to pay like $50 for it, though. There's no way it's worth that price. But it's another one of those games that's went way up in value since I bought it. I think I paid like 40 for it, and I think it's worth like 70 or 80 now. Something like that.
Knocked around by that defense. He needs a little protection from his linemen.
Oh, shit. I don't know how to go back a menu. How do I go back? Oh, no. There we go. Good. I held them to a field goal. That's a good sign. I didn't do that. The last game, I barely did that ever. Maybe they'll miss. Also, the last game, they hit the upright on the first kick, and it made such a good noise. It made such a satisfying, like, clong. I was very surprised that they had a sound effect ready for it. Just a solid. I can't recreate it. Being a sealed copy and opening it, that sounds expensive. I guess though, like, if you're a successful Twitch streamer like that, you got the income to drop on it. But man, that's like just watch me burn like $100. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those games aren't that way, but it's like just watch me burn a bunch of money right off the bat by opening this sealed game.
1st and 10. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Like I used to whenever I'd buy like a let's say like a PS4 game, I would open it up right away. I'd put it in. I'd let the game install. I'd let it do updates or whatever, even if I wasn't gonna play it. And now I'm just like leave it sealed. Because what happens if I never play that game and all of a sudden in 10 years it goes up in value? Like I can't imagine PS4 games ever being worth money, but at this point, who knows? Everything has like investment deals to it right now, and I can't imagine it's going to sustain. Like the industry's got to crash at some point.
3rd and 5.
Terrell Davis is still on my team, huh? He's a player that I remember. There's not very many players that I remember, but I do remember him.
3 wide. The handoff.
The hell? I had such a big opening, and I ended up right into that guy.
4th and 2.
It's 4th down.
Yard line.
I'm tempted to go for it, but I'm not going to. I Bird? Is that his name? Larry Bird. Known football player, Larry Bird.
Ball on the 28-yard line. 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, backwards compatibility is also something that I can't tell how it's affecting the market. But it's got to be in some way.
Second and 10.
And there's also games that like come out on, like they re-release games like special editions, and it just crashes the old market. It's like owning stocks. It's you gotta think too much. I never want to be the person that just buys things because of value, you know? I still just want to buy things that like I want, or like to complete a collection or whatever.
Third and 8.
Because I don't think it's a good industry to invest in. There's way better things you can invest in, I think, than video games. Magic the Gathering. How is... Actually, I'm curious. Do you know how is the Magic the Gathering industry right now? Because you see everything happening with, like,
Back to pass.
Pokemon cards and stuff.
Pass is right.
Is that, like, affecting other... Like, I know it's affecting sports cards, but is it affecting, like, Magic cards? Or, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Like, are those also going up right now? I have a lot of Magic the Gathering cards that I don't want. Someone buy them off me. Oh shit, I didn't realize it was 4th down. I haven't been paying attention.
It's stripped.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
First and 10.
Has anyone been around this channel long enough to remember the time that I... Actually, was that on Twitch, or was that was on Periscope, wasn't it? Where I bought a box of Magic cards and just opened the entire box on stream. That was kind of fun, but kind of a waste of money because I never once used any of those cards. But it was fun to do.
Pass is right. The pass is complete.
What site did I open? That's a good question. Shadow of whatever. I don't know the
First
names.
and 10.
Like I can picture the box art, but I cannot remember the name. Innistrad, that sounds right, yeah. And I got like one really good card in the final pack that was worth a decent amount of money. I don't know if it's worth anything now, but
Complete.
some kind of like I don't even know what they're called, like hero card or something. Whatever the beefy ones are.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
I haven't played Magic in a long time. I used to do a lot of eating streams on Periscope,
Back to pass.
and I was never happy with any of them, and random people would come in and be very rude the whole time, and I kind of just got over it at some point. I was like, why am I doing this?
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Periscope was a weird thing. Does Periscope still exist? Did like Instagram eat it, I think, or did like Twitter eat it? I don't even know who ate it. Twitter, I think.
Pass is right. The pass is complete.
Remember Mac and Cheetos? What a bad food. Came up with this. Terrible idea. Let's go team. They're still chanting let's go team. Oh, that was a bad throw.
Complete.
He caught it anyway.
He did a nice job of grabbing that pass.
Yeah, either that or it just got thrown in there so hard it stuck.
Yeah, he'll keep saying the line about stick 'em. Just listen for it. Oh, something stick 'em, stick 'em. You got stick 'em all over his
Pass
fingies.
is right. The pass
Nice.
is down.
See, we just had to turn on to baby difficulty, and everything's all right. And now I'm winning. How does it feel? Where the fuck is my... oh my god, I just picked a play. I couldn't find
This time.
the extra point anywhere. There it is. Why did I... Oh, you gotta hit left and right. Now I understand how it works. I'm so bad at video games. Something about the menuing in this game just never clicked with me.
The kick is up. The extra point is good.
An extra long extra point. Eddie Kennison definitely sounds like a stand-up comedian. In fact, I'm not convinced he isn't.
Number 22. Waits
Prove it to me, Eddie.
receive the kick.
Not my best work there. Oh, Kennedy. Kennedy. We're just going to make up first names for everyone. This game is very quiet right now. The crowd is not into this game. I keep diving. Like, I feel like I'm playing Blitz. I keep hitting dive buttons, and it's not a good look in this game. That's how you get penalties, or how you just blow your coverage completely.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
17 seasons. That's a commitment.
Back to throw. Pass is left. Complete.
Everyone does really look like Minecraft characters, don't they?
Ball on the 46-yard line. Three wide receivers.
Yeah, what is the average life, do you think, of a kicker on a team? It's got to be pretty long, right?
The pass is complete. First and 10.
And I feel like kickers probably don't have to deal with like injuries for the rest of their life too.
3 wide.
The first Madden with no license was the best one. I remember it not being super. I don't think I really got into any of these Madden games. I don't think I've really gotten into any football games. I guess the first Blitz was fun. I think the N64 is just not a great sports system. That's not true. There's some good basketball games. I thought NBA, the courtside games were pretty fun. We played some fun baseball games, I thought. Even though I'm not a baseball person, but when it comes to football, not much of this is clicking with me. I mean, I've said it before, but I was always an NFL 2K guy, all the way up to, what was it, NFL like 2K3, 2K4? Whatever the last one they did was such a good game, and it sucks that they hadn't got like the exclusive license after that. They've all been framey. This honestly is probably one of the smoother frame rates of the Madden games, and it's still a little framey.
Here's the blitz. Pass is right.
Dude, it bounced off my head. Right? Oh, that's as far as I can run.
4th and 10.
I wanted to see if I could get into the crowd. That's the night. Oh, wow. That was actually a really good kick. For an easy computer, I'm surprised. Punted out of bounds in the corner like that.
10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
I think if you could be a kicker, like, I mean, it's such a high pressure, probably stressful job, but like, what a good spot in terms of like longevity of your career.
Is right. Complete. First and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. Three
Let's
wide
go,
receiver.
team.
Pass is right. The pass is complete.
I feel like I could throw it to anyone and they'll catch it on this
He was on
difficulty.
the receiving end of a bullet there. You used to be able to put stickum on your hands to catch those balls. Now they got those gloves.
Yeah, if you guys end up with any stream issues, just call it out for me. Because I noticed you guys talking about it before anything else. Oh, that was actually a really bad throw. I don't know why I did that. Every time I drop like a couple frames, I get nervous it's about to happen, and then it doesn't. Yeah, the plan for tonight, now that there's more people here, I said it before, but I'm going to kind of just play until things go south on my internet end. Maybe it'll last, maybe it'll be fine, but I'm anticipating in a few hours it might start
First and 10.
just going downhill. But yeah, I should probably start using timeouts.
They'll go from the I formation. Throws it to the middle. The pass is complete.
What is that guy doing? That guy took a fall on me.
Number 87, Was wide open out there.
Timeout. Offense.
The offense calls a timeout. Blitz. Passes left. Touchdown.
Hell yeah. Let's get that W. Yeah.
Let's take a look at that one. The kick is up. The extra point is good.
Maybe the real gig is to be second string so that I always can just sit on the bench and just hope an injury doesn't happen. Maybe that's the life. Just come to practice every day, you know? I can't tackle with one hand. What am I doing? Jesus. No, you don't want to be backup quarterback because quarterbacks get injured too often. That was a bad time to drink water. I started to realize I kind of just ran with one hand into the guy, and I didn't realize that they don't automatically tackle. So it didn't go very well.
Throws it to the middle. The pass is
Oh,
complete.
your time's out, buddy. Like, imagine being a backup quarterback and your quarterback goes down in the like, you have like a game-winning drive. There's like 3 minutes left in the game, and you got the ball. You're down by like, I don't know, like 2 points or something. Or no, you're down by 4 points. You need that touchdown, right? And then your quarterback goes down with an injury, and now you have to be the savior for your team. And you're like, you've been on the bench so long that you're just like, I forgot how to play football. And it's like your first day on the job. That would suck. That's how I picture all backup quarterbacks to be. They just forgot how to play because they've been on the bench so long. They're like, how many downs are there? You mean I got to get the ball up there in like 3 tries?
First and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
School without pants? Yeah, definitely. Do you guys have like those post-high school dreams of being in school and not like knowing what's going on?
Pass is right. Complete. He did a nice job of grabbing that pass.
Here's what you do, alright. You find a team that has like a literal robot
47-yard
on it.
line.
And then you gotta be the backup for that robot. Never gets tired. Just occasionally has to be taken out to like be oiled or something, you know?
Pass is right.
That's the future. Remember Cyberball? I used to play that arcade game.
He was on the
That was
receiving
cool.
end of a bullet there.
Cyberball was cool.
You used to be able to put stick-em on
Let's
your
talk
hands
about
to catch those
the
balls.
real good football games like Cyberball. I forgot what's the year that's attached on that? 2000 something. All those years in video games, they blend together in my head because too many games have done that formula.
To the middle. Complete.
What a terrible throw into triple coverage. What am I doing? That guy will catch anything now. That's what's happening. The second I hit that button, I was like, this is a bad throw. I don't know why I threw to that guy. Let's try a run. We never run.
Two tight ends.
Cyberball is next year. No way. Wasn't it like 20? I thought it was like 2097, but that's like my go-to year for everything.
Stopped in his tracks.
Because I used to play One Must Fall 2097 all the time, the fighting game for DOS. So that just became like the year that I attach to every video game in my head.
3 wide receivers.
2022 doesn't sound right. Is that actually true?
Pass is left. The pass
That's
is
nuts.
complete.
We don't even have robot football players yet. That's not even remotely realistic. What are they thinking? Why did they waste all this time? Like, why did Jeff Bezos waste all this money going to space for 12 seconds instead of making Cyberball a reality? It probably would have cost less money, honestly. We would have been like, damn, dude, that's sick. Think of the good PR. Football
Back
robots.
to throw.
I mean, Fox has already tried to do it with their mascot.
Touchdown. Let's take a look.
2072, okay. That does sound right. That game came out in 89? No fucking way. I used to play it at the arcade, but I didn't realize it was that old of a machine. I guess it makes sense. I definitely wasn't an arcade goer in the year 1989. But you know what? I'm gonna date myself, but I mean, I remember being in the arcade the day they got Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So that was about peak arcade time for me. I don't know what year that would have been. I'm gonna guess like 94, 95, somewhere around there. I might be off there though. I don't know. Yeah, I still remember the day that that game came in and the crowd that was around that machine. It was such a cool feeling. Just people crowding around, people playing that game. Arcades used to be sick.
There was no chance of a return on that one.
Also, man, that guy has a leg on him.
That kick.
First and 10.
And I also remember the day that I beat Shao Kahn in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 because I figured out like the strategy to like cheese in with like Cyrax in his net. I don't think I could still do that, but there was like a strategy that always worked on him. Cyrax kind of sucked in that game, but man, pretty good for Shao Kahn.
Pass is right.
Or if you're playing against someone that doesn't know how to block, Cyrax was pretty sick. Dude, I'm terrible at defense. I'm just running circles around these guys, which is not what you're supposed to do on defense.
Yeah, either that or it just got thrown in.
That phrase is funny. Running circles around someone is so good when you're on offense, but when you're on defense, it's the worst insult.
Throws it to the middle.
Dude, hit it. He clearly should have been able to intercept that.
Second and 10.
Dude, air hockey also, sick game. I love air hockey. Air hockey can get real violent though. when you get intensive and you're just like flailing that paddle around,
And he is sacked
it could be a
behind
sweaty,
the line.
sweaty game.
Lots of quarterbacks start to get happy feet when they get hit like that.
I try to think of like all the gimmicky arcade cabinets from that era too. Like I remember there was like a big like Alpine. I never played it, but there was a big like Alpine skiing cabinet that they had, and it had like actual skis on it.
He overthrows his
I can't remember. That game might have just been called like Alpine something or other, but I remember that game.
Also a good way to get your receiver decked.
I always thought the gimmicky stuff looked cool, but I would never pay like any money for any of it. Or you get to that age, oh god, it's another, fuck, I'm not paying attention to the downs. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? What are you doing?
First and 10.
At least I didn't touch the ball. Oh, Virtual On, big gimmick, for sure. I remember those cabinets too.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Yeah, there was like a certain age that you'd hit where like ticket redemption games were no longer cool, and you just had to start finding, the arcade games that like shape you as a person.
Second and 10.
Oh, my coaching is terrible.
Ball on the 2-yard line.
It's the difficulty that's making it easier. And let's do it in one play. Watch this. Watch this play right here.
Pass is right. Complete.
Is that complete? He looked out of bounds, didn't he?
Number 80 was wide open out there.
I'm not gonna question it.
Someone in the secondary.
I gotta watch the replay. He looked like he was out though.
Let's see that. First and 10.
There were so few frames in that catch that I couldn't tell if his feet touched the ground. He was just on the ground like instantly.
Throws it to the middle. The pass is complete.
Dude, can't outrun him. See, look at this drive. Just
He
sick.
was on the receiving end of a bullet there. First
Tearing
and
it up. I think I just realized, so like what would happen, this is what happened back in the day. My parents would take me to the mall.
is right.
They would just give me $5 and just let me go loose, do whatever I want while they shopped.
So that the ball doesn't
So
go
there
where
would
you
be
expect
there'd
it
be
to
a
go.
few places I'd go. But like the first of all, the arcade, you start realizing ticket redemption, $5 for ticket redemption doesn't last you very long. $5 when you pick the right games lasts you quite a while. So I had to start figuring like what was my best value, what's gonna let me burn the most amount of time here with this money. The other stores I'd go to, there was a Software Etc. in the mall, so I'd go there and I'm sure
Ball on
these
the 29-yard
places hated just kids by themselves in their stores just like looking at shit. But like I would go there and just check out the PC games.
They'll go from the I formation.
Eventually that turned into what, Electronics Boutique. There was a KB Toys in that mall that I'd go to sometimes just to kind of bum around. And then of course Spencer's Gifts. What kid doesn't love going to the old Spencer's Gifts?
First and 10.
Probably not the best place
Ball on
for
the 15-yard line.
like a 8 or 9-year-old to be going by themselves in a mall. But hey, this is just what you did back then.
The backs are lined up in an I.
And there was like 2 different malls that we'd go to because they were like equal distance from where I lived at the time. So cool stuff.
Second and 10.
Yeah, UB used to be pretty sweet. Honestly, I don't like. There aren't any game stores that excite me anymore. I get more excited by like the secondhand stores than anything else at this point. I haven't even been in a GameStop in years.
3 wide. Back to throw.
Yeah, bowling. I never really got into like the bowling stuff. Like no one in my family really did.
Down.
Didn't do a lot of bowling. I think I'm an okay bowler. I'd say I'm like a. I'm not like a good bowler, but like playing against people that aren't very good at bowling, I can usually hold my own. I'd say on average I probably bowl like a 100 to 120, which is pretty low, but not terrible for someone that doesn't bowl.
The kick is up.
I'm sure I've talked about it while playing bowling games on stream, but I'm also very much someone who likes to drink while I bowl, and I just start trash talking. It happens every time. I drink too much, and I just start trash talking the people I'm playing with. It probably gets annoying, honestly.
Number 22. Waits to
I don't
receive.
remember the last time I went bowling and didn't drink a bunch and trash talk the people I was with. Do you guys still have like arcades around you? Like the kind, like all arcades at this point seem to be like a bunch of machines and you pay for like a wristband and they're all on free play. Seems to be, or it's like a barcade. Like those are the common things now. It just doesn't feel the same anymore. It's fun to go to like one of those places every once in a while, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore.
Back to pass.
It's lost the childhood magic. Especially in an era where like I have an arcade stick across the room that has like emulated versions of a ton of arcade games, and it's just like I could just play those games in the comfort of my own home, I guess.
3 wide receivers.
I've never been in my life with Dave and
Throws
Buster,
it to the middle. Great.
and honestly I'm okay with that.
He did a nice job of grabbing that pass.
I don't think a lot of places have big arcades. I think it really just depends on where you live. So I believe that. Yeah, round 1 would be sweet, especially as like a music game person. I've never once seen a 2DX machine in my life, and I really want to play one sometime.
Complete.
But I'm almost at that point where it's past its prime, and I'll probably never see one. I have played a 5-key Beatmania machine, but never seen a 2DX machine. It's been something I've always wanted to play. I did play Pop-In once at like an anime convention, I think. And there might have been a Pop-In machine at PAX, I can't remember. I don't think there was, actually. 2DX machines are just so expensive and so hard to maintain that no one has them.
3rd and 3.
Project Diva machine. I think I saw it in your Discord. But yeah, I didn't know that existed. That's pretty fun. Dude, I love the Project Diva games. I did not think I would play one in an arcade though. Plus on top of it, I'm just not very good at it. Our local arcade has some of those, like I can't even remember what they're called, but there's some rhythm games out there that just have touch screens and you like tap the buttons and stuff, which has kind of become the fad over time. But those are kind of fun. It's a nice gimmick that you can't like just, I mean, I guess you could do it on a phone, but it feels better on like an actual cabinet. Sometime when I'm in Chicago, I should go to Galloping Ghost. People always talk about that place. I've never been there. They seem to have a pretty wild one. It wasn't one of those. It was definitely a game that has like a mobile presence. I can't remember what happened. Doc, are you talking about the red bar? I think that has to do with how tired they are. I couldn't figure it out last stream. Can't even think. It might even be like a Technico machine. Does that sound right? That might be the name that's on it. But I honestly don't remember. And I don't even know if I heard the name if I'd remember. I know it's not Groove Coaster. It's not like one of the real trendy ones. But I feel like Groove Coaster has kind of like a following, doesn't it? I'm so out of the rhythm space now that I just don't know a lot of these newer franchises. They've all gotten way too complicated for me, and like, what's the one that has like all these games that have like sliding and stuff? My brain can't keep up with it. So many tap buttons. I can't slide.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
My ball now. Did I just run this clock out, huh? Oh god, there's 2 minutes left. Never mind.
Throws it to the middle. Complete.
The defenders don't even want the ball. They've given up. They're like, nah, you can have it. I'm gonna just start running it. Run down the clock. Oh, we can move on. Move on to Razor Freestyle Scooter. Oh man. Razor Freestyle Scooter is going to be terrible, but hopefully it'll be at least entertaining.
2nd and 9.
Right before I started streaming the N64 library, I had one stream where I was just testing out stuff because I had just gotten this whole capture device and everything. And Razor Freestyle Scooter was one of the games I played, and I still remember the horrifying sound effect of the main child in the game like falling off a cliff and just screaming to their death.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you talk about a disciplined
Oh, I gotta find out if that sound holds up or not.
For the runner to come to them.
3 wide receivers.
Let this play clock run down. I'm surprised the game doesn't just display the score at all times. Like, what's the score right now? I know I'm winning, but like... They gonna time out?
Timeout. Called by the defense.
It's 28-3. I think I'm safe. I think it's gonna be okay. Go try to kick it out of bounds. Nope, not enough of an angle. Touchback.
Ball on the 20-yard line. 3 wide. Here's the blitz. Pass is right. The pass is complete.
I will say though, I've seen the the juvie machines, like the big cubes. I've seen those machines. I have zero clue how they work. All I see is like I'm in like on Facebook, I'm in like a buy and sell rhythm games group for some reason, and I love to see the stuff people post on it because they post arcade machines all the time. So I really get an idea of how much some of these music games are worth, and that's always the cheap one that people have tons of, and they're always just trying to sell it at like low prices. For whatever reason, there's like a billion of those machines in the United States. I don't know why, but I always see pictures of them. I have zero clue how that game works. Am I correct in that it doesn't even have a screen? Like, does it just have cubes that light up and play music? Because I don't think it has a display, unless I just am missing something. But that's the kind of game that, like, when you see like the arcades that they set up at like AGDQ and stuff. Like they always have like those kind of machines set up, like those basic music games like that. It's cool. The buttons are overlaid on top of the screen. Interesting. It's a cool looking machine. I'll give them that. But I feel like whenever they're selling them, they're like, I mean, this is gonna sound like a lot of money, but for a music game, it's pretty cheap. They're like $5,000 or something. I think the harder part about ordering machines like that is just the shipping involved. That guy's name is P. Jeffers.
He was on the receiving end of a bullet there.
You used to be able to put
But that group always has the people that are like buying and selling like the DDR machines and seeing how much those things are worth and the amount of maintenance that's required. That seems like hell to own like a dance game. Like just trying to maintain it, especially this long after release. I can't imagine. It seems like so much work, but it's got to be like, it's probably a pretty fun project to own one of those machines, but man, you got to put in the work. Maintain anything like that.
Second and 10.
When I was a kid, I was always like, man, I want to own an arcade machine someday. And like, now, it doesn't sound fun to me anymore. The thought of just standing at like a machine in my house doesn't sound fun to me anymore.
Pass is left. The pass is complete.
I think like having one in a room, like as an art piece, would be pretty cool. But I think I would just never use it personally. I totally get the appeal of having an arcade machine in your house. And I always hear the stories of people that buy them and then they want more and more. Because that's also part of it. But I also think it sounds like a really fun project to like build one from scratch and stuff. But I don't think I'd want like a multi-game one. I feel like I would just want to find like one solid game that I really like and get like that kind of cabinet. But that stuff's all expensive now too, and you get all the wooden ones that are like rotten out and stuff. Yeah, I have a feeling I know what website you're talking about. I definitely used to get stuff from one of those kind of sites a long time ago. I haven't been part of that in a long time, though. GG? Madden. We're finally done with Madden. No more Madden games. Yep. Oh, I know that one. So I haven't been on there in a long time. That site's been around a long time.